Hello, YouTube. How is it going? Oh, just finished up a Whatnot stream. Just finished that up about, I don't know, 20 minutes ago maybe. And before the Whatnot stream, I had my wife go pick up some 90% silver dimes that I was going to sell at the stream. And then I thought, you know what? Instead, instead of selling them off, I should hunt them first. Because, obviously they're worth 90% silver, right? They can, be worth the junk silver, scrap silver, constitutional silver, whatever you want to call it, price, obviously. But if we find some errors, then they're worth a bit more. And that's what we're looking for today. We're going to hunt through these, see if we can find some errors so we can make a little more money out of them than just junk silver pricing. So I'm just making sure that I got all that I paid for here. I didn't even count them before. There should be 29. I already sold one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 25, 29. Yep. All right, so we have 29 of them. I know that's not a lot. Don't get me wrong. I got you. I understand. All right, let's get started here. Let's get started. 1955, Denver. I also have the book open in case we find any key dates. I don't know which ones are key or whatever because I'm just not as familiar with dimes as I am with everything else. 55 Denver, 13.9 million. About $3, somewhere in there. Okay, cool. One. There's a 64. It's actually in really nice shape. We're also looking to see if we end up with any that have full bands, because that'll determine some bidder pricing too, right? I don't know how long this stream will go for. Another 64. That's the Denver. That D looks really weird. I'm going to put that in a separate pile. We'll come back to stuff that we want to take a closer look at. Another 64. Another Denver. Another weird Denver mark. Maybe that's just how they are. Another 64. Another Denver. No, that's got to be an RPM. And can we get something other than 64, you think? Yes, we can. 1952. Wow, that's got a lot of scratches on it. I'm also going to be using a little bit of MS70 today. We'll do a little bit of MS70 hit. 46. 46 San Francisco. Really? Huh. 27.9 million. Never mind. Where is the key dates anyway? Are there key dates? 50 San Francisco is a little bit better. That's about it. Looks like 50 San Francisco. Well, there's a 63 double die Avers, or double die reverse, a 64 Denver double die reverse, and a 60 double die Avers. Those are all good ones, I guess. So we'll be looking out for them. 47 San Francisco. Huh. That's kind of nice, I guess. I don't figure this stream will last very long. 65? That's not silver. That's freaking clad. They gave me a clad one. Those sons of bitches. Uh, well, that sucks, and there's no way that they're gonna believe me that that's what it was. That it was from that package. That pisses me off. I mean, I'm gonna call them tomorrow, but I highly doubt they'll give two shits. Language. Good thing she's not here, not in the stream. 61. That irritates me quite a bit. Wow, look at the split bands. See, this is a good candidate for the MS-70 right here. Maybe we can clean up some of this crap. And since it's got split bands, that's a good candidate right there. 64. Denver again. I'm putting all the 64 Denvers in a pile because two reasons. One, I want to see if they have RPMs, and two, it said that there was a double die reverse, I believe it was. Yeah, 64 Denver has a DDR out there, and if we could find that, even in EF40, that's a $35 dime. So we're obviously gonna be looking for that. And then 60 has a DDO. That looks like it's actually a proof. Never mind. 63 though. 63 has a DDR. So we'll be definitely looking for those things. A 50. A 50 Denver. I think it was the 50 San Francisco I said earlier was more of a kind of a key. Yeah. The 50 San Francisco only 20 million. 49 San Francisco though, that's also a good one. That's 13 million. 55 and 55 Denver and 56, no, 50, yeah, 56. Those are 12, 13 and 18 million. So all right. Well, we'll keep hunting around here. Like I say, I don't know that this is going to be a very long stream. But I have to... Oh, this is just a regular 64. Not even a Denver. A Philadelphia. Philadelphia cream cheese. There's a 1960. That's got to be a repunch mint mark, huh? That's got to be. 63. And like I say, we're going to zoom in and look at all these all over again. We're just looking for anything obvious, kind of looking for the best coins here. I mean, not all of them. I don't think we'll look at all of them again, but 48. 52. That one's definitely scrap. 53. Denver. 62. Denver. Was 62 Denver wasn't one of the DDRs, was it? No, it's 63. That one just looks like a DDR. 59. Denver. 62. Denver. You think we could find more San Franciscos or something? I don't know. Like I say, I don't know that the stream's going to be all that long. Um, I mean, yeah. It's only so many dimes, right? Look at that 51. That's not a bad strike still. Ugh, not so good on the reverse. Another 64 Denver. And of course, we want to look at those 64 Denvers closer, just in case any of them are a DDR. We also want to look at those stripes, see if we got some full bands. There's a 50 Denver. Again, it's the 50 San Francisco that we're looking for, not the Denver. I mean, the San Francisco is a little bit lower too, but anything interesting? Not really. There's a 62 a Denver. Alright, so I've gone through all of them. I did find a frickin'... They sold me a damn clad. Can you believe that crap? A clad. I mean, I wasn't there to check them. I sent the wife. So, but yeah. I got this and I was like, well, that's not right. And I even stood it up on end because I was thinking, well, maybe it is silver, you know, and they screwed up and let a silver dime get through that's 65. But no, it's clad. Son bitches. Alright, so this here was probably the best. This is the 64 Denver, and it definitely has split bands. This is definitely full bands. So what I was saying earlier is that we're gonna... This is a good candidate for the MS-70, so we're gonna... Almost overfilled the little thingy of MS-70. Get it everywhere, that'd be great. So, I have the MS-70 in a little cap. We're gonna dab, 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 dab. A little more. Dab, dab, dab. Just get it on there and let it kind of start working a little bit. Alright. I should be wearing my gloves. I'm going to put on some gloves. Hold on. I know something you guys are like, holy crap, Tempo's actually going to wear gloves? He never wears gloves. Yeah, well, it's not that this stuff's really that bad, but I don't know, it just leaves my hands, like, sticky kind of almost. It's really weird. Alright. So now, as I said before, we want to roll. Because of the condition this is in, we want to just roll the Q-tip. Back and forth. We don't want to scrub. We just need to roll it. And I switch the direction always of the coin so that we can get it at different angles. That'll help get into the different areas of the coin. Again, we just roll. And as you can see, it is picking things up. I mean, look at, like here underneath the N in 1, that dark spot is actually getting to be less and less. Most people think you gotta scrub to get that stuff to come off. You don't need to. Just a nice... I'm not even really pressing down. I'm just rolling it across the surface. Alright? And already our Q-tip is getting really dark and grody looking. We'll get a little more fluid in it. We'll turn the coin again a little bit here, and we will just roll. Welcome in. Like I say, most people think you gotta like get in there and scrub. You don't need to. Just rolling the Q-tip back and forth will slowly pick that stuff up. Now, I change out the Q-tip very often. Some people don't. Some people will leave that Q-tip in there and keep using that same one forever. I change them out very often because I think that I don't know. I feel it works better. It picks up more. I can see what it's picking up then too, if the Q-tip's starting to get dark and dirty. Now, obviously, I'm doing this under a microscope so that I can see what's going on too. That helps. Right? And I turn, because it's easier to turn the coin than it is to turn the Q-tip around and put different angles and stuff. I am going to grab something here, though. I'm going to grab a really soft microfiber. This is actually for cleaning lenses. And I'm going to lay that down underneath here. It's, yeah, it's for cleaning camera lenses is what it's for. So, it's pretty soft. I'm just trying to get, I don't know that I'm going to be able to get all of it. Well, you can if you keep going. You can eventually get all of it if you want to keep going back and forth forever and ever. Let's try to get a little more. Let's dab. We're gonna dab, 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 and just try to get some more material, some more of the MS70 down onto the coin. Now look at how long this is taking. This is just a dime. Can you imagine doing a $50 or $1 even? How much time can be spent doing this? A lot. But this is, I've done this multiple times. I didn't tell anybody because, well, people get really upset about if you clean a coin. But I've done this multiple times for coins that I'm setting in for grading and never came back cleaned. We're going to call that good for the reverse. Let's go over to the obverse here. Alright, let's get some on the Q-tip. So we can get it onto the coin. I've also found that, and they say right on the bottle, it says that it's not meant as a dip to dip your coins in, but I have found that using it that way, you dip your coin in there so you get it completely coated, and then leave it for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I don't know. I just leave it in there, and then go and grab it out. And after you grab it out, then do the whole rolling of the Q-tip, and it seems to pick up a lot more of the gunk. So again, though, we're just gonna roll that Q-tip. And we're just let the MS70 itself work. Again, we're just rolling it back and forth. Let that MS70 do its job. Hey, Dan. We got a 64 dime here that I got from the silver shop that we're doing an MS70 treatment on. Trying to just clean up some of those shitty looking spots. Again, we don't want to rub. Now, if this was a lower end coin or one that wasn't worth much, and it's not really worth a ton. I mean, it's a, what is it, a 64 Denver, but you know, in an MS65 without the split bands, we're at like $6. With the split band, it's probably what, 10? With the full bands. So, I mean, for a dime, that's pretty damn good, right? Yeah, it is pretty clean now. So let's just flip it over here and I'll show you what we're talking about here. Here's the reverse. We're gonna get ourselves down in there. We're gonna get down in there. Get right down on in there. And of course, this is way closer than anybody that's grading coins is gonna get. Way closer. But I am pretty sure that looks, it's tight. It is tight, but that does look like split bands. It's really close. But I think this coin would get full band designation. I think that this coin would get full band designation. So let's just pop over to PCGS here real quick. We'll look up a 64 Denver full bands. And of course, it has to get MS condition to get the full bands. Come on. Go a little slower, computer. We're not going backwards yet. 64 Denver full bands. Here we are. And we're going to look it up at the lowest possible grade that it could have for full bands, which would be an MS60. They say $5. There hasn't been any sold in that. But if you get up to like 64, you know, and they're saying $15, 65 at $24. Where you really get the big jump is from 66 to 66 plus. 66 they're saying 42, 66 plus they're at 90, and then a big jump from 66 plus to 67 is 340, and then the next jump 67 to 67 plus is 1550, and then from 67 plus to 68 is 8,000. So let's bring that over here so you guys can see that. In 2017 here, a NGC one sold for $3,500 in a 68. But this is full bands. And those bands don't look any more, I mean, that's a 68 right there, full bands. And look at like our coin. I mean, look at these bands. Look at that band there and that band there. Okay, and then you look at our coin. Look at that band there and that band there. They don't look that much different. Now, this will not get a 68, I can tell you that right now. But I believe that it would get a full band designation. I really believe that this would get a full band designation. So this coin that I paid $1.90 for, or $1.92 I think it was, for, is actually worth at least $5. At least $5. So, also, always make sure you rinse off your coins when you're done. Now, I have some junky ones here. This is, yeah. This is a 50. It's pretty worn and everything. So we're going to do this one a little different. Tap, 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 tap. See, there's a big cut there and stuff. So this is literally junk silver. All right, let's zoom back out. All right, there we go. So this is like literally junk silver, constitutional, whatever you want to call it, scrap. So this one we're gonna rub. We're gonna get in there and clean her up good. I watched Rob Finds Treasure do it this way, and I was like, but that's okay. We're gonna do it now too. All right, everybody holding their breath for this. Here we go. Look at that. I just want to show you how well this stuff actually works. Now, of course, this coin would definitely get, well, I mean, I guess not definitely. I would think this coin would get a, hey, Southern, because I'm actually scrubbing it and stuff, and this coin is not really, it should not be shiny. That's what I'm trying to say. If you were to grade this coin, it's going to get cleaned details. The last one, because I did the whole roll back and forth thing, should just get straight graded, full bands. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is. But this is a junk one. It's got a big old gash in it, so I was showing the difference. The last one that I actually did the full rub or rolling thing. This one I'm actually kind of scrubbing a little more just to show the difference here. Alright, let's flip it over. So the back looked pretty close to that. So we'll start again. We'll dab on some MS70 all over the place. Make sure we get a good coating on there. Alright, and it's already looking better. I mean, it really is. And this coin will be sold as scrap, junk, whatever. It won't be sold as anything else. It'll probably get sold to Craven or something for $1. I'll lose money on it. Alright, so just showing you that rolling there. I mean, that took off tons already, right? But now if we get in there and we do the... And I always like doing the little circles. Mostly because they don't show up. They don't seem to show up as easily, I guess. Not trying to like cheat people out of something, but I don't want it to show up on my coin. Do you want it showing up? A whole bunch of scratches, straight scratches showing up on yours? I don't. And yes, I am actually wearing a glove today, folks. Look at how, look at this Q-tip, how disgusting it looks. Our money really is gross. Our money really is gross. Nice new Q-tip. Alright. Let me rinse this one off real quick for you. And then I'm going to show you something else. Alright, so this is what we ended up with. Looks pretty good, actually. Now, I'm going to pull out something else by that same company, by the same company that makes MS-70. This is called CoinCare. It's kind of an oily substance. I actually prefer CoinCare because being that it doesn't quite do as good as MS-70, but I prefer it because I can actually rub on the coin a little bit, and because it's like an oily consistency, it actually does not scratch the coin. I mean, I've looked at coins underneath the microscope really close. Oh, I've looked at coins really close under the microscope while I've been doing this and have not seen any other scratches added except for the ones that were there. Plus, this, after you clean it off, does actually leave a nice shine behind. It really works good on pennies. I really like it a lot for pennies. But let me get this cleaned off there for you all so you can see it. It looks so much better than it did earlier. So much better. Still junk silver. Don't get me wrong. But way better. Let's see. Do we have another one we can do? Here's another. This is a 51. This has actually got a pretty nice strike to it. On the obverse, the reverse sucks. The reverse is horrible. But the obverse does not look bad at all. So let's do this one with a start. We'll start with the CoinCare. And then we'll go to the MS-70. And I want to show you something here. So we're going to start with the CoinCare. Yeah, right? We're just going to get it on there to begin with. Now, the CoinCare does not work very well if you just roll it on, okay? Or try to roll back and forth to take it off. It just does not work real great for that, I've noticed. You gotta kind of just soft. No pressure, just basically the weight of the Q-tip is all I'm gonna use here. You see how that's just barely pulling anything off? I mean, look at the Q-tip is getting darker, but not a lot. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not doing a lot. It is safer to use. I feel the CoinCare I feel is safer to use, but like I say, they're both made by better built chemicals. I feel that the CoinCare is safer to use just because, like I say, it's got that oily substance in there. So when you're kind of rubbing it on there, the Q-tip glides more than it does the MS-70. The MS-70, literally, if you rub the coin, you can hear it squeaking. It's annoying. So, but the trade-off is that the CoinCare doesn't seem to do quite as nice of a job. All right, so that's what we got there. Now we're gonna grab that MS-70. I'm gonna rinse this off. I'm doing it in the garbage behind me. That's why you can't see what I'm doing. Sorry. But we're going to get that off. And now we're going to, that's what we're left with. Now we're going to use MS70 on it and see where we can go. Again, MS70 does a way better job than the Coin Care. Coin Care, I believe, to be safer, though. Especially for novice people that have never done this kind of stuff before. I'm going to zoom out a little more so that we can actually see the whole damn coin while I'm doing this. There we go. Alright. And we're just going to kind of make our way around. You see that? Are you guys watching that? And yes, I am rubbing. I am rubbing it. Just because, like Southern Coin just said, good book filler. Now, in the letters here, I have found that instead of rubbing it, you roll over them, put a little pressure on it, and that'll actually clean up those letters a lot nicer. Anywhere there's a little deeper details, just kind of roll across them. Now we'll move the coin again. Get those circles going. Circle, circle, circle. Just roll it, roll. Keep on rolling. Here we go. Look at that coin now. Look at that coin now. Look at that. And this is a fresh Q-tip again. Can we see the difference? That's a hell of a difference. And I would probably go back with the Coin Care itself, actually, because, I don't know, to me, MS70 just seems like it kind of takes a, if you're using it, it's made for mint state coins and some AUs. You can use it on older ones, but if you're using it on the older ones, to me, it almost seems like it takes away some of that, maybe a little bit of the luster that was left. Instead of, so then I'd go back over it with the Coin Care if you want to bring that luster back up. Because again, that's an oily type of a substance. So even though it's not really bringing the luster back, it gives it the appearance. And I'm not saying that this, don't be doing this crap if you're, and then trying to sell stuff as a, as a mint state coin, okay? Hey, Robert. Don't be doing this crap and then trying to sell this as a mint state coin or something. I mean, I guess you could if you really want to, and people, unsuspecting people might fall for it and stuff, and I would never do that. I would never, ever clean up a coin and then just say, oh yeah, it's a mint state coin. I mean, okay, I clean up some nicer coins, but that's for grading. There's a great video out there, and I forget what the guy's name is. But he sent in some coins for grading, some proof coins actually. And he used a bunch of different stuff, and he even like scrubbed on them with a few of the cleaners, and they still never came back cleaned. So as long as you're careful and not putting shit tons of scratches into them, you should be good. You don't want to be putting shit tons of scratches in, right? But this Denver here, this 51 Denver, looked like crap before. Looks a hell of a lot better now. Looks a hell of a lot better now. Let me get it rinsed off here. And now I don't have any distilled water, so I'm using just some bottled water. You know, reverse osmosis water that I have. Should use distilled, but I don't have any down here, so there you go. There's your 51 Denver. Good book filler, though. Because that obverse is really pretty nice compared to that reverse. Should we do some more? What do you guys think? Should we do more? Are you having fun doing this? Should we do more? What do you think? What do you think? Come on, tell me, tell me, tell me. $61. Dab, 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 dab. Doo, doo, doo. The difference between a DDO and a RPM or an RP. Or do you mean a MD, a machine doubling? Repunched? Yeah, I can show you a repunch. I'll show you some pictures of them online instead of through the scope, just because I'll be able to show you better images that way. Because I don't know what I have laying around for RPMs right now. I mean, I have some in front of me, I guess, on these dimes. I saw some that I thought were that I'm thinking are repunched. Do do do. Boy, that 61 sure came out looking nice, huh? Sure came out looking snazzy. Alright, let me show ya here. I don't know. Let's grab that one. That'll work. I'm just looking for a good photo of an RPM. Well, I mean, or not an RPM, a double die here. Let's see, RPM. What do we have? We have some 64s. Denvers, and they do have an RPM. We'll go with, well, it don't matter. We'll do all of them. Here you go. So this is 1964. We're on Variety Vista right now. Can you see how there looks like another D behind that D? Same with over here. You see that other D coming down lower? Those are repunched mint marks. This one's a really good one. This is an FS503, which means, and this 502 and the 506, these are all recognized by like PCGS and NGC. All right. So these are the good ones, but this is like probably the best here is this one. This really light Denver. You can see D coming down here. See if we can pop that open a little more. Here we go, right there. See that? That's a repunched mint mark. Now, the question is, do we have any repunched mint marks? That's a 62. We're going to look for a 64 Denver real quick. See if I have any just laying here. That's a 59. That's not 64. That's a 53. What the heck? Could we find a 64, do you think? There's a 64. Philly. Not a Denver. 63. 60. 64. Oh, Denver even. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to move this. You guys just look at that there. I'm going to move the scope way down and get it all zoomified and stuff. All set up here. Alright. There we go. Now, let's pop that over there and that over there. Alright, which one do we think this is? Kind of looks like that one, really. Doesn't it? Got the little tail coming up here. Just like that. Got thinning right here. Just like that. The only difference is this got kind of a tail coming out over here. Hey, I said open. I don't know if it's that one. See, this is the tough part of doing this, is looking for the, which one is it, you know? And then, of course, this has some damage to it, so that makes it even harder. Let's see if I can find one that doesn't have any damage to it. Give me a second. I have the latest volume of Cherry Picker's Guide. I never use it. That one's got some damage into the D there. But it does look like there's a little bit of a D underneath there. You can see that line right there. Right underneath, right there. See that little line? I move the coin around always just to see if it goes away, which it does. But that's because there's shadows against it. But it comes back here. I'm pretty sure there's a D underneath there. Just barely see it. Just barely see it. Kind of like this one here, or this one. No, this one. RPM 002. Would you agree with that? Southern? RPM 002 maybe? It's very close. I don't think it's going to be that one. Could be 001. Or 007, I mean. It's either going to be 2 or 7. It's so difficult. Okay. I had to restart that app. It always does that. There we go. Yeah, 7. Excuse me. I apparently really cranked down on that, on my stop for that, for my scope. I wanted to see, I have a toned coin here somewhere. I want to show you. So there's a little bit of toning right up here in this dime, okay? Just the tiniest amount. But I want to show you what MS70 does to it. Now, this is a 46. First year issue, Rosie. First year issue, Rosie. We're going to just dab, 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 dab. Did that answer your question, Robert? About RPMs? So if you don't like toning on your coin, I'm just lightly doing this. I'm almost out of MS70, by the way. There's been a few coins that you guys haven't seen yet that I've been getting ready for, that I'm going to send in for grading. They're proof coins that I've broke out of proof sets. But I've been trying to take some of the haziness off of them. And if I keep working on this, I'd probably get all that black off of there. Or darker colored, but yeah, it does. A little too good sometimes, I think. Kind of like to know what's in it. I should get the MSD for it. There's something else that I tried a long time ago that works remarkably good at removing stuff on coins, especially like you ever get coins that have like almost like tar on them. Press wash that printers use, like my dad, who prints my stuff for me. That stuff will literally, like quite literally, eat away any like tars or anything like that that's on the coin. But yet it doesn't damage the coin. I mean, acetone does pretty much the same thing. But I don't mind the smell of press wash. Not a huge fan of the smell of acetone. Now let's we're having fun with these 90% silver dimes, but let me see if I can find a penny that we can do. Because pennies are fun. What do we got here? Just want to make sure it's nothing, oh well, two 1967s. I guess we'll just pick one. Alright. This penny looks pretty clean. Pretty clean. We'll just dab, 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 dab. We'll let it sit for a couple seconds here. I should bring that scope up just a little higher maybe, huh? So we get the whole coin in. There we go. Alright. Let's just kind of... Now, I am dragging this around a little bit, but I want to try to get into these edges here. And this is a bit of an off-center, but that's okay. Now, this is the big misconception. People think that MS-70 is going to bring back the nice toning, or the nice copper color that this had originally out of the factory, and that it does not. All it does is just remove like some tarnish or some nasties. It does not change the color. Just nice and light here, trying to clean up that N a little bit. And that edge. And I know I'm going to get some hate mail for doing this. I know that I'm going to get some hate mail for this, or at least comments. At least I'm not doing it on expensive stuff, right? There you go. And that Q-tip is dirty. It's really tough to show that with the scope, the dirtiness of it, but there you go. It's a beautiful looking penny now. Get it cleaned off a little bit. And there you are, but It's beautiful. Look at that. You can see that little bit of luster coming through now. That's what it does. Hi, dog. Dog doesn't want to leave me alone tonight. Let's see if I can find a dirtier penny. Or maybe a cleaner penny even. Hold on. What am I doing? I have a whole bucket full from us hunting. There we go. Let's find another corner that's not wet. "2021 Denver." That's a pretty nice new one. Like I said, I don't know how long this stream's gonna go. I'm probably gonna wrap it up here pretty soon. Like I say, I had the silver here. I just wanted to show you. I also want to show you one more thing here before we go, because somebody in one of my comments when I was talking about MS70 said, "Oh, I just use eZest or whatever for my coinage. It just works great. Takes everything off. It works perfect." Well, guess what, folks? I got in there and I told him, I said, yeah, I wouldn't do that with copper because anything copper clad or anything, eZest will eat. It eats copper. So this is copper coated, obviously. It's zinc planchet, copper coating. So we're going to take a good look at it here, and then I'm going to go dip it in some eZest. Obviously, that'll be off camera, but look at the color. Look at the condition. Take a good look at it now. Put it in, burn it into your brain of what it's looking like. Burn it into your brain. Oh, that stuff stinks. MS70 or the eZest? MS70 does not. Most stuff isn't going to take away water spots. I have been thinking about trying some copper tarnish remover, like you'd use on like copper pans and stuff. I thought about getting some of that and see how that works on pennies. All right, here we go. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. You see right here, right up in there? That was 4 Mississippis is all. Do you see right there? That's the copper layer already coming off. That's the copper clad layer already being eaten away right there. That's what eZest, which is a silver cleaner, does to clad stuff. Now, I use eZest on some nickels. As long as they don't have any damage to them, they work fine. Nickels are fine. You can use it on clad quarters too, as long as you do like a 1 Mississippi is all. Basically dunk in and out and get it cleaned off right away. And you can use it You know, I mean, don't do it on pennies though. Here, I'm gonna show you. Remember that penny that we had a little bit ago here, that 67? Well, I don't even know what I did with that one now. Here's a different one. Here's a different 67. This is probably a better one to use anyway. All right, we're gonna dip this. We're gonna do 4 Mississippis. All right, here we go. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Already did that? Okay, well, there you go. Kind of an unnatural color, don't you think? That's what Silver Cleaner E-Zest does to copper. I think we should do like a 30 Mississippis. See what happens. What do you guys think? Should we try a 30 Mississippis? I'll use a watch. I won't be Mississippiing. Alright, here we go. Here we go. And go. I have a pocket watch hanging on the wall that has a seconds hand. So we're at, let's see, we're at 15 Mississippis. 20. 25. And 30. And rinse. I mean, there's only one place to go from 30, right? We go to 1 minute of Mississippis, 60-minute Mississippis. Alright, so are we getting better or worse? Hey, buddy. We're playing with E-Zest and pennies. At this juncture, I'm trying to show people that they shouldn't be using E-Zest with their pennies. Somebody had commented on one of my shorts that they use E-Zest to clean their coins, and I was like, well, I hope you're not using it with copper because it kind of destroys copper. I started out with MS70 and kind of showed how to actually use MS70 and coin care, like the correct way. I saw a video that Rob Finds Treasure does, which he's awesome, but he was using MS70 and he was like had the Q-tip and was like rubbing it on the coin, and I was like, ah! Like freaking out, right? All right, so that is 30 Mississippis. It's kind of an unnatural color, if you ask me, but we're gonna go for 60 Mississippis this time in the E-Zest. Here we go. How you doing, Dave? Dave, I need you to send over like half of your peeps from your stream over to or from your YouTube channel over to mine to sub. That'd be great. About half of them would work. Even a third of them I'd be okay with. Honestly, Dave, I'd be happy with about 300 of them. 400. That'd get me over 1,000. Blue Ridge Silverhound did a shout out for me, thinking that that would help a lot, but I think I got like 50 people out of it was all. Hunting some dimes, huh? Alright, there we go. We went with 60 Mississippis on that run. 60 Mississippis. Let's see how this penny's looking now. I don't know. I think if you left a copper penny in this solution long enough, it would pretty much eat it away completely. And there is nothing I'm going to be able to put on to that penny to make it look right ever again. The only thing that would make it look right is maybe some time of sitting around doing nothing with it. So, please don't listen to this other person that said to use E-Zest for your copper, because it's not good. It's not good at all. If you were to send that penny in now for grading, it would get cleaned details if you're lucky. If you're lucky. Well, what do you think? Should we try to clean up this 55 a little bit? Should we use some MS-70 and try to clean up the 55 a little? Oh, call it our last one. Hey, look, Dave, a 90% dime for you. All right, we got the MS-70 here. We're gonna just do the dab, 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 which will get the MS-70 on there. We're gonna let her sit for 10, 15 seconds or so. And then we're going to go to the roll. We're going to roll. All right, here we go. And like I said, I like to turn the coin so we can get different angles. And now look at this. Look at this Q-tip. This is a fresh Q-tip. It's disgusting, huh? All right, we're going to flip that Q-tip over and use the other side. And we're going to continue on our rolling. They see me rolling. That's all I think of. Now this coin is not going to clean up just by rolling. I can tell you that right now. And this is not an MS7 or an MS coin that I'd have to really worry about. I mean, maybe if I keep doing this for another hour, I can maybe get it to clean up better. Q-tips, hello. There's some Q-tips. I want to look at the reverse of this real quick before I decide what I'm going to go do next. Yeah, that's fine. We're just going to do the circles. I've been rolling. Now we're going to go circle-y, circle, 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 circle. And look at that. Look at the dirt. Look at the disgust. Look at the grody. The grody. Look at that. Again, I would never recommend rubbing the coin. Make sure if it's a, you're doing a proof coin or an MS coin, mint state coin, that you're doing the rolling. But I'm just trying to clean this up really nice. Like we were saying earlier, good book filler. Fucking dog next door is barking again. Excuse my French, but that dog pisses me off. Even the neighbor lady's like, "Oh, I should have probably had her voice box removed." And I'm like, "Well, that's mean as hell to do to a dog, but if any dog deserves it. If any damn dog deserves it." I love dogs. I love them. Love them. But she barks all the damn time. All the damn time. We're gonna just kind of do like this. Should we just do half? You can really see the difference. Hey, Dave, I haven't seen you on Whatnot for a while. Have you just given up on selling on there, or what's the deal? Or am I just missing you every time? Alright, let's see where we're at here. Should have left it dirty. Although now it almost looks like it's got some nice toning going on. Anyway, there you go. That's how you use MS70 and CoinCare and eZest. Oh, hey, I got it out. eZest is made for silver. Let's dip the. Why don't we dip the 55 that we just had here into it? Duh. That might be a good idea. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. I like going with the 4 Mississippi method. Alright, here we go. And there you are. That's what eZest does for silver. Look at that. I don't know who Kingdom Currency is. No clue. Never heard of them. Probably because I don't do a lot of currency, or I try not to do a lot of currency. I end up doing currency all the time. Now, if we take, let's say, this 52 here. Pretty dirty, dingy, gross. We're not going to clean it with any MS70 yet. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippis. And I want to show you this. Again, we did not clean this with MS-70 before we started. Unlike the 55, we had cleaned with the MS-70 first, and then we dipped it. Do you see the problem? This is what I'm talking about. You gotta, if you're gonna dip these things too, you gotta get that crap off of there. Okay. I sell on eBay too. I just don't have anything listed right now. Jersey's X only sells on eBay too. He's always got stuff listed. I do not. I end up putting something up on eBay for sale, and then literally I take it off of eBay. If it doesn't sell, like after the first 6 days or whatever, I take it off eBay and I put it on, or I sell it on Whatnot. I'm just like, whatever, goodbye. Do do do. That is gross. And yes, this is toning that is underneath the growtiness of this coin. It's not like I'm rubbing on tone. Maybe I am. I wish. Now I could leave it like this. Good old blue face. I could leave it like that. It looks cool. Or and it actually does look pretty cool. Yeah, it does. I kind of wonder if it's not like it's so people do that sometimes to try to make a toned coin. They'll use a blowtorch. Oh. And that's after dipping it. And you can dip for too long. If you use the E-Zest, just like I say, if it's silver, if it's 90% silver or even 99.9% or 925 silver, whatever you're talking, at least 90%, I would say. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, you're done. Take it out, rinse it off. You can always go back and do a couple more Mississippis after. But if it's clad, no more than 1 Mississippi. Another 3 hours and Blue Ridge is on. Ugh. I don't know if I can make it that long. Anyway, I think this is good enough. We've been on for almost an hour and a half. I had fun. Hopefully you all did too. We'll see you on the next one. I'll probably do some penny hunting here soon. I don't know if I'll do it tonight, but probably tomorrow. I'll do some penny roll hunting again. I hope to see y'all there. I don't think I'll actually do live. I'll probably do a video and then, but you never know. You just never know with me. So, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you later. Have a good one.